How's it going, everybody? Zacy here with another LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight video here for you guys. Very excitingly today, I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite missions within this game. So grab your popcorn and comment down below your thoughts on my ranking. I also feel like it goes without saying, but you're watching a video about missions in this game, so here's a spoiler warning. Let's get into it with number 10. First off, if you're a fan of 2022's The Batman, this is the mission for you. Every cutscene from this mission is straight from that movie. From the Batmobile reveal with it revving up in the alleyway, all the way to Penguin calling Batman sweetheart.
Take it easy, sweetheart.
And that cutscene of the whole car chase from this movie is just perfectly recreated. And Batman aura farming as he walks up with the beautiful soundtrack playing is perfectly executed. Some other side notes from this mission is it has a huge Superman reference as a civilian mentions Metropolis, which is the neighboring city to Gotham. It's also the mission that sets up the wanted poster side content, which is what you'll need to unlock Jim Gordon's Batsuit. And for the extra cherry on top, this mission is kind of your introduction to the open world of this game, which I love. In 9th place, I have the Firefly mission. This mission opens up with Dick starting to work on becoming his own hero in Nightwing. It introduces Barbara Gordon as Batgirl as a playable character. Not to mention, this mission has awesome dinosaurs all throughout it because it's a museum. There's Flintstones references, and even a cool pirate ship segment. Honestly, the level design in this mission is incredible, and I just loved how they used stuff that you'd find in a museum all throughout this mission. It also set up Chapter 4's main villain in Mr. Freeze, but honestly my biggest critique with this mission is Mr. Freeze doesn't say, "You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!" The Flugalheim mission is great. It has a beautiful introduction to one of the best Batman villains of all, with Condiment King, seeing the remains of his crime scene after he violated a police officer. This of course leads to the most hilarious boss fight versus Condiment King, which is so challenging. But I also just love how much detective work this mission has for Batman to do. And once you get to the actual Flugalheim part of this mission, you get opened with the iconic Prince song and movie scene of Recreation with Party Man as Joker destroys this museum. You can also find comics like The Dark Knight Returns as art pieces, DC references to Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth, Superman with Kryptonite, and Green Lantern's ring with Willpower. There's also a mini kit from the Star Wars Complete Saga game in here, so that's a really cool Easter egg as well. And once you make it through the museum, you get hit with Joker's iconic TV broadcast from Batman 89. I really feel like the Mr. Freeze mission really highlights Batman being a detective, which is one of the core Batman elements. Through solving things, you find out that Black Mask is working for Freeze, so you gotta track him down to get information. Which is a fun little side boss that I wasn't too sure if he'd be in this game, but I'm very happy he is. Eventually, once you get information though, it leads to finding out where Freeze is located, at the observatory, and that leads into one of the game's best boss fights. Batman ends up getting sidelined during the fight, which then means it's then your first mission in the game where neither of the characters are Batman, as it's Batgirl and your first ever mission with Nightwing. The collectibles in this mission are snow globes, which is very fitting. And the second phase of the boss fight is awesome, because Mr. Freeze gets his huge mech. Funnily enough though, one of his weapons is a hockey stick, and he keeps making hockey puns.
Hockey is about to become a year-round sport.
And in terms of difficulty, I'd probably say Mr. Freeze is probably the third most difficult boss in this game. Just outside of the top 5, I have the Joker mission. This mission is basically the ending sequence of Batman 89. It's cool to actually see and explore the parade floats in great detail in this game. And I love the detail of having the collectibles being spread throughout the buildings nearby and some even on the parade floats. And the Bat Balloon is awesome. I love that shot of Batman and Catwoman hanging onto the balloon. And that transition into the glide sequence was incredible. And being a big fan of the Telltale Batman games, it was really cool to see a quick time boss fight in this game. And I actually really liked the transition from Jack Nicholson Joker into Heath Ledger's Joker. In the two-phase mission, we start to see the first instances of Bruce and Selina's relationship beginning. This mission also begins the side quest for Catwoman's heist with Sophia Falcone. And I guess you could say this mission also lays the seeds for introducing the main villain of Chapter 3. See what I did there? But obviously the core part of this mission is the fact that it introduces Robin and the Flying Graysons, which might I add, the level design here is beautiful. I love the parkour segments and how much more difficult it gets as you go on throughout the level. Two-Face is also a fun antagonist, but I gotta say, I kinda wish he showed up in more of the Dark Knight segments of the game as well. But my only thing holding back this mission story-wise is that it's weird that Dick's parents would just abandon him after his screw-up. I don't know what it is about this mission, but it just feels like it has a special place in my heart. I love the opening cutscenes with the twins, and the one that slaps Batman in the face with the fish is hilarious. But you could just tell how pissed off Batman is in that moment. And Jim Gordon's reaction there, being like, you shouldn't have done that, is how I think most people felt when that happened in the game. I love when you first get in and the henchmen are like, who are you and how'd you get in? And Batman's response is perfect.
I'm Batman, and I'm Batman.
Not to mention, being inside the Iceberg Lounge is just so cool. It just has such awesome level designs with being above the dance floor, and the ball pit area, and the kitchen. It's also the very first time we meet Selina in this game, and she plays a big part in taking down Carmine Falcone, and it even sets up her being Catwoman. I also gotta say, I just love the DJ dressed up as a hot dog. It reminds me of a game like Lego Party. It's the wittiness we love to see. This mission also does a huge part in setting up the main villain of Chapter 1 with Red Hood. And I definitely can't forget that amazing, beautiful dance sequence that we got. I love all the memes coming from it with just all these meme songs to them dancing to it. Gotta say, one of the most iconic moments of this game. I'd also just like to say Carmine Falcone works perfectly as a villain Batman takes down at the start of his career. From seeing it in Batman Begins to The Batman to even it being the main villain in the first episode of the Telltale games, I just love how they always use Carmine Falcone at the start, and it was a great time to have him in this game. The Penguin level takes place at one of my favorite locations in Gotham City, that being the Gotham Zoo. It introduces the side quest of tracking down zoo animals, which when completed, unlocks you the absolute Batman suit. This level is also filled to the brim with so much pop culture references, like the animatronics being inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. Penguin even quotes a bunch of Danny DeVito movies throughout this level, and quotes Home Alone.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals!
But the best reference in this mission has to be to the shark repellent from the 60s TV show. And that penguin boss fight is so fun, and it's so awesome that it's so early into the game. The Poison Ivy mission just feels like the most OG Lego Batman coded, since it's the most extreme section of the story for both Batman and Robin working together. In particular, there's even the green lawnmower, which was in Lego Batman 1's Botanical Gardens mission. This level also offers the most unique enemies to fight, big plants to freeze, tiny explosive plants, projectiles, and regular plant thugs. But to be honest, these are the enemies I've kind of struggled with most throughout my replays of the game. And I know I've hyped up the level design on lots of these, but it's just awesome here. I love the colors of this level. I also love the record tapes that give us more lore on Dr. Isley's experiments. And Robin's plant jokes are hilarious.
Let's prune this! Robin! Sorry!
And that dragon boss fight, it is so awesome. I wish they could just make this into an actual Lego set. I would pick this thing up in a heartbeat. Not to mention, the dragon even does a Jurassic Park reference. To start off, this mission takes you to Amusement Mile, and after solving puzzles, it forces you to ride a roller coaster. But then we get into the real juicy part of this mission, and that is Arkham Asylum. Which once you get inside the prison, it's just a straight up recreation of the Arkham Asylum opening from the Arkham video games. But another awesome part about this mission is you fight so much of the iconic villains, like Scarecrow, Deathstroke, Condiment King, Black Mask, Clock King, Killer Moth, Egghead, Deadshot, and Solomon Grundy. I also love the way that they did the Dark Knight iconic interrogation scene with us dictating how it goes and how we act throughout it. This is also probably the mission that gives you the most DCEU content, as we get to fight Deadshot in this mission. There's an option that gives you to speak like Ben Affleck's Batman during the interrogation scene, and there's an option to whip out a picture of Jared Leto Joker when interrogating him. But easily some of the coolest cinematics from this whole game comes from the plot twist of Talia betraying us and leading us into a solo fight with Bane. It ends Chapter 5 on a cliffhanger with Bruce broken and Catwoman having to save him, and it's very reminiscent of how the game started with Bruce in the well, with nothing. Anyways guys, those are my top 10 missions from Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. I had a really fun time replaying the whole story of this game and just working on this video for you guys. Comment down below what you thought of my rankings. Did I get them right? Was I wrong? Did I cook? And it's just a bad list. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And also comment down below your top 10 missions from this game. I'm very excited to see it. At the very least, comment down below your favorite mission from this game. Anyways, y'all, I will be back again on Monday with a video comparing Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, Lego Batman 2, and of course, Batman Arkham Knight. I'll see you guys all in the next one.